Good morning guys, and welcome to a coffee video all about the 1:1 ratio Ristretto. The Ristretto is the really intense flavour, so it's not as sharp, it's not as sour as a double espresso. It's got some really sweet flavours, it's really intense, it's really sticky, and it makes absolutely fantastic flat whites, cortados. So we're jumping straight onto the Sage Smart Grinder Pro. Fantastic little grinder if you've not got one and you've got a Sage coffee machine. Really worth the investment. So here we go. Settings for a double espresso is exactly the same for Ristretto. We're just taking the grams that we're dispensing right down, so it's 1:1. 14.4 tells me double, and I've got a grind size 4, and that is for a medium dark roast. Okay, so I'm not worried about my grind and dose because I already set it up. The other week when we did the espresso setup, it's already set up, it's ready to go, or it's the same beans. All I need to do is knock it on, let it grind for me. Okay, so I've got my 18 gram dose. Right, so I've got my 18 grams. It's been dispensed into the portafilter onto the group handle. And what I'm going to do is show you, I just use this from the coffee machine. It goes under the grinder when you're grinding on the integral coffee machine, but it's great as a guide there for going through the process now of tamping. So let me show you what I do. I just get a normal fork and I'm going to break down the bigger lumps. So you can get a little piece of equipment from this, from most websites, from Amazon, but I find instead of spending 50 quid on a piece of equipment, just as easy just to get a fork. And all I'm doing there is I'm just breaking up any of the clumping that's happened in the grinding process. So the finer that you grind, sometimes you get kind of a clumping. There we go. And then 3 stages. Level. So I'm leveling. And I just kind of bang. The reason I'm doing that, I'm really sort of compacting the grind, making sure that we're level. And then I tamp, and when I tamp, I really put some weight behind it. So really put some weight behind it and push down. And I just kind of rest it on top and spin it. Then I get that really nice flat tamp there, and then I wipe. So level, tamp, and wipe. And wiping, as I say all the time, we're just stopping all those pieces of grind to get stuck up inside the coffee machine, and we don't want them there. Really important now is not to knock your portafilter because we've tamped everything down in place. It's all ready to go. If we bash it, we loosen it, and we're not going to get the extraction that we want. So let's go ahead and put the group handle onto the machine and see if we can produce ourselves a Ristretto. Okay, so a couple of things I really want you to take note of, and one is the pressure, and we want the pressure to be around about here. So you can see here the espresso range, and we want to be around about in the middle, and then we know that we are dispensing ourselves a really good quality Ristretto. So I'm going to put the group handle on. You can see it glides nicely into place, and then what we want to do is I'm going to weigh it. So I find that the best way to produce a really good quality Ristretto or espresso is to use the scales, and you can get these scales again from Amazon, really cheap, really, you know, easy to use. They have a timer as well if you want to. I tend to use the grams because 1 gram normally represents around about 1 second. So grams, ounces, seconds, they're all kind of the same. So we only need really to take one measurement. So at the moment it's showing 0, and I'm going to pop my espresso cup there. And then it's giving me 160.8 grams. I want that to be 0, so I'm just going to use the reset button. There we go. And it's giving me 0 on here. And I'm going to use the program function. So, oh, my machine is telling me, there we go. There we go, ready to go. Went into sleep mode then. Okay, program function. And then we're going to start it. But what I'm going to do is when I get to about 16 grams, I'm going to knock off. And because there's already some water inside the puck, and that's going to drop out. And when that drops out, we should hit 18 grams. Proof's in the pudding, right? Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so pressure hitting about there, perfect. Seconds running. 16, knocking off. A little bit over. Yeah, a little bit over, but still in range. Let's have a look. Perfect. Okay, as a comparison, I'm just going to really quickly pull a double espresso and we can put the two together and we can have a look. Exactly the same process, but this time we want a 1 to 2, so we're looking for 36 grams this time. We're looking for the same pressure and we're hitting that. It's looking really good, nice colouring. And we're going to knock it off around about 33 to see if we can land on 36. There we go. Perfect. Again, slightly over, but we can live with that. Right, let's have a look at these shots. So in the black, you have the double espresso, and there we go. In the white one, we've got the ristretto. We're going to dive in for the taste test, but immediately you can see huge difference in volume, slight difference in colour, although this one is slightly older than this one. Yeah, let's go for the taste test and see what it's like. Right, let's dive straight in for the taste test then. We're going to go for the ristretto first. We'll see what it's like. Oh, that's a really intense flavour. It's a lot sweeter, it's a lot stickier. Flavour's really nice actually. The aftertaste is really good. I think in terms of taste intensity, it's well worth a try and see whether you like it. I think that if you're using that in a flat white, that would be an absolutely bang on flat white. If you're using it in cortado, even better. Yeah, so you can definitely pick up those tones. This is definitely sour. It's more sour, I should say. It has those sweet, sticky tones with it. It has that flavour that's not as thick. It's not as thick in your mouth. Yeah, I like espresso. You know, I can't say any different. But definitely in terms of acidity, the espresso, double espresso really hits there. It's a little bit sharper, it's not as sweet, it's not as thick. Whereas the ristretto, really high impact, really strong flavour, a little bit sweeter, so that sourness has gone. Really, really intense flavour. So the choice is yours. If you're going to use a ristretto, I'd go with a flat white, like I said. Any of the core coffees, you want to go for like a small latte, anything like that, then your ristretto looks really good with those. If you're going to put a pattern on top of a flat white and you're only going for around about 10 ounces, I would say that was an amazing drink to have with it. Cappuccino, anything you like, any of the kind of core coffee, hot coffee offerings, I would definitely go with the ristretto. It's a really good choice, and you can see why specialty coffee guys are using this. One, it's a really intense flavour, and of course it's fast because it's only 18 seconds, because you're looking for that 1-to-1 ratio. So in terms of specialty coffee, when they've got a queue and they're looking for speed, they're not looking for 36 seconds for that double espresso to drop. They're looking for 18 seconds, and it really speeds up that time on the machine. And if you're thinking in terms of, well, it's only a few seconds, how can it be? But actually, when you've got that pre-programmed into your coffee machine and you're banging them out because you've got a queue, it makes a huge difference. But yeah, I'd say it's fantastic coffee. Give it a try yourselves. Let me know in the comments and how you get on. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I've certainly enjoyed making it, and I will see you next time.